Welcome to Nerd Impact's weekly incoming. Got some news for you today. Nothing as exciting as I would like, but we're making do with what we have. Going to have some fun discussions around the stuff anyway. Jake's joining us here remotely from Nerd Impact Studio C.
That's right, yeah. Sorry about the glare, guys. It's very sunny over here.
It's okay, Jake. So are you.
Oh, thank you, guys.
Jake's got is that Drake or Mohawk behind you?
It's Mohawk. That's from the original Gremlins.
Oh, it's that close to you. I thought it was like in the back and it was huge.
No, he's life-size. He's a life-size plush from the 80s. He's got a little, he's leaking some styrofoam though. I gotta give him a little stitch in the back of his leg.
Jake's got Ninja over there also, which I'm a huge Power Rangers fan, so I'm digging that.
I got, this is my new favorite line, man. The Raw. See the shark?
Yeah.
That's from McFarlane's new line. That's the Raw 10 line. That's Frenzy.
Okay, that's
really,
the one with the
really
snake
cool.
and all, like all the different creatures.
Yeah, it's like based off of the lab where Cygor from the Spawn series was created.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. But yeah, they ended up having created a whole story behind like the labs where he was created, and it's all like these hybrid cyborg animals.
Nice.
Yeah,
so,
cool.
Nick, why don't you kick us off with the news? What you got for us here today?
So, PlayStation 5 elusively launched. I say elusively because it seems very select few can get their hands on it. I myself on launch day on the 12th was on Walmart from, I think it started 9 a.m. and then every 3 hours up to 9 p.m. They restocked online. And I was there struggling with my cart, trying to get through checkout, which always bugged out before stock lasted. So,
yeah,
anyways.
Nick and I are both fighting to get one. We'll keep you updated and let you know when we have our hands on one and what we think after we actually get to play some Spider-Man Miles Morales.
But news is it sounds like it's a lot of what the Rage made it out to be, and then a little bit of not. I didn't look too much into the reviews because I don't want it spoiled. I don't want my first experience with this spoiled. Darn it. But it sounds very promising with what's come out. It sounds worth the $500 drop if you can afford it during these times.
Yeah, I think I'm going to opt for the digital only.
I'm going disc. I want that option.
Yeah, but rumor is that within a few years they're not even going to do the discs anymore.
And in a few years I won't need that option. It's only $100.
But yeah, so we're excited to get our hands on that and get to play some games. Nick, you may not have an answer to this because I'm hitting you out of nowhere. But what other games other than Miles Morales are you looking forward to on this?
Ratchet and Clank.
Yes. Oh man. I forgot about that. That looks incredible. What is it? A Rift in Time?
Rift Apart.
Rift Apart.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
That's the next one off of the most recent reboot of Ratchet and Clank, right?
Yes.
They did one like a year ago.
Yeah. It was like a sort of like a reboot remake, like cross between the two of the very first game. But
that's really awesome that they're giving that series another run, man. That was really cool series.
But isn't this one doing like some multiverse stuff?
So no, this one I'm not sure if it's like multiverse or what, but what I believe it's like the technology of the PS4 allows them to like instantly like create maps, so it allows
PS5.
The technology of the PS5 allows them to like enter the new maps, the way that the gameplay works, because he's jumping through to different worlds.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Have you seen the trailer for this?
I have not seen the trailer for it.
Dude, we'll have to watch it after. It's like, Nick, can you explain what this looks like? This gameplay?
So think about your set up on this planet. You're traveling with your little robot buddy, and then you get used to this like you would in any game. You get used to that world, and it's new to have that experience of like seeing a break in reality and then jumping through into almost another level, whereas before you would have to wait for load screens to have this happen.
There's literally, like, in the trailer, there's a gameplay trailer, there's literally, like, cracks in reality, and he's just falling from one reality into the next, like, as you're playing the game.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, those games are amazing. One of my favorite game series. So, Nick, you got some other PS5 stuff here for us?
The Miles Morales launch, yet another apparent success. Seems to be a great experience for a launch title. It's not just a solid Spider-Man game, apparently a solid PlayStation 5 game as well. It takes advantage of that hardware to the extent that they're capable of at this moment, because it will look better throughout time. They will get used to the hardware and will make the games look more impressive than the way that Miles Morales looks like right now.
One of the big things with the PS5, isn't it the lighting technology?
It has ray tracing technology to it, which I believe it's where it allows them to have light bounce off of objects.
Yeah, and give it a much more realistic look.
Yeah.
So it's crazy, the graphics of this system and where we're going. With this technology, it's pretty awesome. So Jake, what you got here for us? What are you bringing?
Well, right now I'm looking at some. I keep learning new stuff about the Suicide Squad Peacemaker spinoff series. Man, you know, I'm split on this now. I'm starting to get a little concerned. I'll be honest with you. I mean, they finally announced some new cast members, which is really, really cool. They added a trio of new cast members. Originally they had announced, obviously, John Cena was going to be in it, Danielle Brooks, and Steve Agee. Everybody's real excited to see Danielle Brooks. She was really great from she was most well known from Orange is the New Black. She's been quite verbal about her excitement about the series, which is really cool. They're still kind of keeping under wraps exactly what who her character is going to be, really. But they announced some new people to the series, which is really cool. And they needed to start announcing some stuff. I mean, it's coming around. That's going to be one of the, like, there's not a whole lot that's coming up soon in 2021 that as far as like big stuff. You know what I mean? People are going to be looking forward to the Suicide Squad and the Peacemaker series. That's why I started to wonder timing wise. You know what I mean? How's this going to work out? Is this series going to come out before the movie? Is it going to come out after the movie?
Well, I think the big news with the series is how quickly we're coming up to filming.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just thinking about as far as where the chips lay. I mean, HBO Max has they're gonna have a big nut to cover with this. Like say this series comes out, after what happens if everything that's going on, the way that everything ends up, you can find out a couple weeks beforehand that the date got changed because of something.
Oh yeah, I know, but I just think
what if we find out that that they end up this series comes out after the movie comes out?
Yeah.
And what if the movie isn't well received? They've already invested in this series. You know what I mean? But either way, so besides the time, and I gotta get back to where the cast announcement. because it's really, really cool. One particular, and like I said, there's not a whole lot of information, and there is, but there isn't. You know, they have announced that Robert Patrick, Jennifer Holland, and Chris Conrad are joining the cast. Are now been announced as cast members for the Peacemaker series, which is super cool. Jennifer Holland is going to appear as Vigilante / Adrian Chase.
Nice.
Oh no, I'm sorry, that's not right. Dude, there's a lot of typos in these things nowadays. Pretty sad. Mass, you don't have to give me a second. I just have like a.
So, one thing to note though is even though we just found out about this Peacemaker series, it's actually starting to film in December, so it's coming up on us real quick here. So that tells us this has been an idea for a long time.
Yeah, no, yeah, it has been in process for a long time. I mean, that's also because we had the Suicide Squad. The movie had already been being filmed. James Gunn had already had this thing written. It's like it's an eight episodes. It's being filmed like a long it's like a long movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think the way that it's going to break down. HBO isn't really into doing like episode dumps. I think it would benefit them to do this as like a binge, something that you can binge.
I disagree.
I don't. What's that?
I disagree. I don't think. I think more and more, even Netflix is starting to realize that the episode dumps really shortens the window of the word of mouth.
I know, but they're also talking about that this is going to be, the way that this is starting, that like the production is just going to be getting underway. This thing's going to be coming out. If they're going to have it out before the movie comes out, because it's being said as an origin story, not necessarily to John Cena's Peacemaker character. It's not a typical character origin story. It's going to be an origin story on how he wound up in the Suicide Squad.
Mm.
So it's taken from the perspective of jail. Like we've gotten a couple shots of him already seen in the orange jumpsuit, in the prison jumpsuit, in a cell. So it's like it's going to be done different. So that's what I'm saying. The series it would almost make sense. It would kind of have to come out as like building up for the movie in a way.
I still think it's going to drop after the movie. I would bet on it.
I don't know. I mean, that's one of the things. Like that's still like there's not a lot of info out about when it's going to be exactly when it's going to be coming out. I personally think it would benefit it coming out before the movie. That's my personal opinion. I think it's very exciting. We got people reprising their roles from the Suicide Squad movie. You got John Cena and you got Steve Agee. They're both reprising their roles, which is really cool. Seeing what will happen with Danielle Brooks' character. I'm really interested to see what's going on with that. I wasn't a huge fan of, like I said, I most remember her from The Orange and the New Black. And I wasn't a big fan of that series, but I really liked her character in the series. James Gunn is still kind of he hasn't personally come out and really said anything more about the series. As far as like timing wise or anything, he hasn't really said much other than when he last did a press release. So there's a lot of talk going on about it, but I definitely think they need to with the film going to be coming up in less than a year, time wise.
So with him being he's like a military character, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool, dude? What if we get Sergeant Rock in this series?
That would be pretty crazy. That's not far off of the range. Maybe like some flashbacks or something, you know.
Yeah, or maybe like the Seven
cool.
Soldiers of Victory, or maybe we get Uncle Sam. Like,
well, I mean, he was first in like the Fighting Five. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
You know, that it.
So what else you got there, Jake? What's your got another topic for us?
Yeah, I got another topic for you. I got something else for you.
How do you feel about this one?
Yeah, you called me with a couple like off topics, but I mean like they're good and bad things. We got the Dark Universe is still clinging on to life, Massey. It's not thrown in the towel yet. It's not quite ready. You got announcement in casting of the Wolfman through much. I had to do some digging. There was some discreditable information out there. But we got cast information that Ryan Gosling, not Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool fame.
All right, we got Jake here on the phone now because we're having some connectivity issues. So I got the phone up to the mic, and Jake's gonna. We were already talking a little bit about the Dark Universe and just that Ryan Gosling is going to be playing the Wolfman. But Jake has some strong feelings about the Dark Universe and them trying to remake some of this stuff. So I want to get his expert opinion.
My expert opinion. I appreciate that they keep the spirit of the Universal monsters alive, in any way that they can. I just think it's become very obvious with the release of Invisible Man, which I think is good for the most part of what from what I saw. It was good, but it is a very much an escape from what the original Universal monster movies represented, and the that original feeling, and that the way that they were done. I think it's become way too much in the. It's so much in the present. Even when they were making those Universal monster movies back in the day, they weren't made in take place in present time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a far deviation from what the characters were written from, and I think that's a lot of the reason why they're having a hard time putting these characters together in this multiverse of the Dark Universe that they're trying to create.
Yeah,
we've talked previously about this before. I've mentioned that not everything is meant to be in a multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
Some things just aren't. It's not. You can see how forced it's been especially with the Dark Universe. They've had a terrible time with it. Not even Tom Cruise was able to pull it out of the murky waters. Mummy was like one of the worst ones.
Yeah, but this is Jason Blum now, and he's a whole nother level of talent than the people that were trying to do it before.
Correct, but Universal has never been an independent filmmaking company, and that's what Jason Blum is. He makes movies, and I totally respect him as a filmmaker. I have a high regard for him. I love independent filmmaking. He likes to give his directors and the writers and the people making the movies likes to give them full creative control and gives them power to do what they know how to do.
Mm-hmm.
And puts the ball in their hands, but he also lets the success or the failure of it ride on them, which is that's how the industry works. So it's a good way to do it, and he doesn't rely on industry heavy talent to do it. He likes using fresh faces, which is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And he does things as he almost like very he's like an almost kind of a new age Roger Corman in a way, in certain ways. And I know he's a big fan of Roger Corman. You want to make things as cheaply as you can, but not make it look cheap.
Yeah.
That's it's he's an interesting pick, and I can see why he would want to do that. And I'm wondering how Universal will work with his methodology, because he's not the kind of guy who's going to want to bend to the way that they want to do things.
Mm-hmm. Well, they let him do just basically whatever he wanted with Invisible Man. It sounds like it's going to be the same with Wolfman. They're just kind of giving him keys to the kingdom and let him go with it.
I hope that's a thing moving forward, but I don't see that still as something that's going to put together bring these characters together in a functioning universe.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jason Blum knows that, and you can kind of see by the way that The Invisible Man was filmed, that it wasn't. It's not trying to be part of a universe. It's a standalone movie.
Yeah, but that's the best way to build a universe.
Yeah, no, I get that, but it wasn't a standalone movie as in a way that I don't see these characters coming together at a point and it being something that I want to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Universal has suffered from this fate in the past. Their original run with Universal Monsters was amazing, but it always hit a speed bump when they decided they were the originators of the Monster Mash. They were one of the first on film multiverse, inter-universe
cinematic universe.
So they tried multiple times to bring in their monsters together in feature films, and it was always it never really resulted in the success that they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's not necessarily a bad thing. It defines how strong these characters that they're making films about. Just keep these characters in their own canon, and I think going almost the route that Stephen King has done his work in the past. Obviously not as a filmmaker, but he's kept his stories aligned in the same tone and in the same place. But he doesn't have to link his characters together all the time. But that they're in the same realm.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should be a shared universe. I don't necessarily have to have something where these characters have to meet up in future films to build this arc, which is probably not going to end up being something that everybody's really happy with in the end.
Yeah. Well, speaking of universes, we got sooner or later we're going to get to return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and WandaVision has a release date. It's a little bit later than was originally intended, and then we're hoping, but it's January 15th, 2021. I think it was originally slated for December, right? But
I'm not sure.
They're probably in and out, bro.
But WandaVision's coming up January 15th. We're getting we do know that we're going to have Kat Dennings returning as her character from the first two Thor movies. So that'll be interesting how she's going to work into a WandaVision movie. Mm-hmm. And we're also getting the little girl, the daughter of Captain Marvel's friend in the Captain Marvel movie, who grows up to become, I think, the second Miss Marvel, and later known as Photon. She's going to be in it. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, very interesting.
So I wonder if we'll actually get to see her get her Photon / Miss Marvel powers. What's cool is did you take note in Captain Marvel that her call sign, her friend's call sign was Photon?
No, I did not.
Yeah, so it looks like they're building to that.
It's amazing how much little things that they put into all this. How much care to detail is in.
Well, did Did you catch when Nick Fury sees the what Captain Marvel's call sign was?
No.
Captain Marvel's call sign was the Avenger.
Oh.
That's where his idea came for the Avengers.
Cool.
So yeah, looking forward to diving back into the MCU. I'm really looking forward to. I know most people want to see WandaVision because we're gonna get some weird multiverse stuff start happening. It sounds like, and then it'll probably end up tying in with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Looks like she's doing some kind of reality warping in an attempt to bring Vision back. In some weird sitcom bubble in the multiverse or her own twisted reality.
I'm really curious to see if this is how they bring mutants in.
No, we'll see. I have my ideas on how they're going to bring mutants in, but we can talk about that in a future video. But yeah, the one I'm really looking forward to is Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I just wish that was supposed to already come out. But we're going to get WandaVision first because of the other movies that have gotten pushed back and how everything ties together. I guess there's a certain order they need to have things come out in.
Yeah, I can see how that'll get murky.
Yeah, well, apparently there's some kind of tie between Falcon and the Winter Soldier and Black Widow, and that's why they had to postpone it.
Because Black Widow was postponed, okay.
But I just want my U.S. agent, man.
One day, Massey. One day.
But in other news, me and Nick here, big Doctor Who fans, and we both recently started to get back into it.
Yeah, I've been like every single night I've been trying to get myself to get more back into it.
I really like her though, as the Doctor.
She's starting to grow on me. I think I'm only a few episodes into her part of the series.
Okay.
So
I won't spoil you on the Timeless Child stuff, but wait until you get to that episode. It's really crazy stuff. We really get to deep dive into the origins of the Doctor and finally find out who she is.
That's what I think about, like when I'm thinking about getting back into Doctor Who, is all the enthusiasm that you've shown about the whole what's it called?
Timeless Child.
Timeless Child thing.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see that. I want to know more about the Doctor's past. It's about time that they shed. They better not just crack open the door, but they better open this door far and wide for the Doctor's past.
You see her / his past, big time. Like, it's a huge reveal, Nick. Like, this isn't like, oh, we're gonna give you a little crumb that hints at what the Doctor's past might. No, this is what the Doctor is. Like, just blatantly out there.
I kind of wish I didn't know that.
with flashbacks and a whole new mystery to uncover.
Okay. I need to witness this all for myself because...
Nick, we're going hard watching Doctor Who later after dinner.
Okay.
Me and Nick are going to be hitting Doctor Who hard this
Sorry
evening.
to hear that. I won't be there.
Oh.
Are you a Whovian?
A bit. I dabble. I dabble a bit. I can't. I stayed. That's why I stayed completely out of what you guys were just going on about. I stayed completely out of it.
Well, maybe one day you'll be turned into a full-fledged Whovian.
I do. Like I said, I'm. It wouldn't take much to turn me over. Look, Matthew, I'm gonna. I don't. As you know, man, my old ass. I don't much care for this jibber jabber that I'm doing. I want you guys to have fun filming the rest of this video. You know, I'm not going to be. There's going to be plenty more Saturdays in news. So I do have a couple things I wanted to put out there before I disappear.
All
yep.
Right.
Guess what came out yesterday? It's something that you probably won't know about, so I'm just going to come right out and do it. But he just it's been a little. It took him a little while to post this. Our buddy Will Smith posted the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion trailer.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's a real thing.
It's going on HBO Max.
It's the full cast, and it's going to be an HBO Max series.
Yeah.
Wow. I
And it is the freshest family reunion that you'll probably ever hope to see. I definitely recommend you go on Will Smith's YouTube channel, check out his like it's like a 2-3 minute trailer that gives you some shots from West Philadelphia to Bel Air to HBO Max, dude. You can't get any better than that, dude. They all look great. Everybody's back. Even Jeffrey. I mean, dude, it is just tremendous, you know? I mean, besides, obviously, you had the passing of
Uncle Phil.
His name. Oh, yeah, Uncle Phil. What's the actor's name?
I don't know.
But, you know, big shout out to him. You know, voiced the Shredder on the original Ninja Turtles as well. But other than him, I mean, everybody's back. It looks really, really super cool. I'm very excited about it. My family's we're big fans of the series, so we're super excited.
Did you see Will Smith's also going to be I forget if it's directing or producing a new his own take on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's awesome that they're doing this reunion thing. I think it's great. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be like a long series run. I think they're going to do, you know, almost like a mini series.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. He's though also producing a new series for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I think that's what this is, bro.
Well, no, the reunion's it's a separate thing, I believe.
Well, I'm not quite sure. I'm going to be doing some more homework on it. Like I said, either way, this Will Smith trailer just popped up yesterday. I really think everybody should check it out. I mean, like I said, as we've said, this is a pop culture channel, man. That is huge, bro.
Yeah.
You know, that's some big crazy cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I had one other thing. Oh, Netflix they're dropping holiday bombs left and right. You know, I'm a big sucker for holiday movies.
Yeah, your boy Kurt Russell's coming back.
Oh man, Christmas Chronicles 2. Honestly, Christmas Chronicles I think is like honestly one of the best Christmas movies, family movies since like the Santa Claus. All right, I'm a big fan of the Tim Allen's The Santa Claus series. I think it's right. You know, it's up there with that. I really really like it.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan. Can't wait to see what how they're going to do in the second one. Very excited about the drop of that. There's a lot of good Christmas releases. Anybody needing a little cheer it up, getting in the holiday spirit with all the new restrictions and everything coming down. Get a little holiday warmth on Netflix. Hulu's got a couple of cool things. Amazon Prime, but really Netflix is really coming hard this year with their Christmas stuff. Although I will say, look forward to something coming from me, either on the news or whatnot. But I can't wait to. I'm a big fan of Hannah and the Apocalypse. I fell in love with it last year. I'm gonna give it another good watch through, man. I definitely recommend. It's a high recommendation on my chart.
What's that? What is it?
Anna and the Apocalypse.
Okay,
you can check it out on Amazon Prime. It's free on Amazon Prime right now.
Okay.
It's a zombie outbreak during the holidays, and it has a female antagonist, and she's really really super cool. I don't want to spoil anything. Like I said, I want to talk a little bit more about it. But I definitely recommend you guys check out. There's a lot of great holiday stuff that's coming out on a weekly basis right now. As we get closer to Thanksgiving, I think Netflix has you have the Christmas Chronicles 2 that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have there's 4 other releases before Thanksgiving that they look like some really good stuff coming out this year. So I'll be checking in regularly with some with Christmas culture, movie, TV, streaming updates.
Mm-hmm. Nice. We look forward to it.
And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna leave you guys to it. I'm looking forward to hearing the Massey Brothers breakdown episode 3 of The Mandalorian for me. I didn't get a chance to watch it today. Today's usually the day I get to watch it, but I didn't get to today.
Mm-hmm.
So, super excited about hearing about the new episode of The Mandalorian. I didn't get a chance to hold my box of Mandalorian cereal that I have. That's quite delicious, and I'll be saving the back of every box of the Mandalorian cereal has artwork on the back.
Why don't you have a box of Mandalorian cereal?
And I have the 11th box, which has the picture of the child on the back. So I'll be saving that for you guys. I'll save the box. We'll put it up.
Sounds good, man.
So quite delicious. It's like Trix with marshmallows. Delicious.
Nice.
All right, guys.
That sounds awesome.
Check back later. Have fun.
All right, man. Stay nerdy. All right. So Jake's peacing out for now. Doctor Who, season 13. It has started production.
That's it.
Yeah, well, that's the big news. The little news within the big news is actually this might be bigger news. It's getting shortened though because of COVID. Because it takes so much more time for them to produce each episode. They're going down from 11 episodes to 8 episodes.
That's insane. I do not like that. Because at a point it feels like there's too much cut out to tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like an 8-episode season's just too short.
Yeah, but it's better than no season with everything going on.
I wouldn't mind waiting longer for a longer season.
Well, maybe they'll do. I mean, in the past, there's been times that they've done like part 1 and part 2 seasons. Remember
that? Okay, I'd be okay with that.
They could.
If
they could give us the other
they could
episodes.
just like keep the ball rolling, just like
Yeah.
yeah, and then stream out like smaller seasons, smaller sections. Like,
Yeah,
I'd be okay with that.
just give us a mini like in between. Why is he calling my phone? Okay.
For some reason, Jake just tried to call.
Anyway, we'll give Jake a call when we're done here. But yeah, so it'd be cool though to get like a mid-season thing where they just drop the 3 episodes. Like to help us over, because Doctor Who has notoriously long breaks between seasons.
Yeah, maybe like do the last 3 episodes, like the ones that they drop later on, being like the that would be the season finale. So that would be great because then you can have like a long overall arc for that finale.
Yeah. The problem is what they do is sometimes don't they like change the season that they release the episodes in? Like it's not always the same time of the year. You know what I mean? Like they may release it January this year, but then the next year they might release it in the summer. So you end up with this huge gap in between.
What was released in the summer?
I don't know in particular. I just know that they don't always release at the same time of the year.
Okay.
But speaking of Doctor Who, I did also want to mention the Christmas special is going to feature the Daleks.
They're back.
Yeah.
Wait, were they back at all in previous episodes with Jodie Whittaker?
I can't recall off the top of my head. I know the Cybermen are in the Timeless Child episode.
Oh boy. Okay,
Along
that's too
with
much.
the Master.
No, that's too much.
And the new Master is really cool. But anyway, so also just wanted to talk a little bit about this Hayao Miyazaki got interviewed about what he thought about the Demon Slayer movie, a new anime in Asia surpassing his box office for Spirited Away. And it was just kind of funny because Hayao Miyazaki is, of course, a huge legend when it comes to anime. He's the the head of Studio Ghibli. I don't know if you're too familiar. I think you're familiar enough, Nick, that you know how big he is, but I don't know if you actually seen any of his stuff.
I don't think I've ever seen any of his stuff.
But you've heard the name.
Yeah, I know of him. And,
Yeah.
and his works.
Howl's Moving Castle, Spirited Away.
Yeah.
Kiki's Delivery Service. His movies are awesome. He even did an anime version of Earthsea.
I'll have to watch
It's
it.
all on HBO Max. All of his movies. Just about. I think there's like 25 movies they have there.
Dude, I'm so close to catching up on One Piece, and then after that, I can
Deep dive into Hayao Miyazaki.
deep dive into that. I'll have more time for Doctor Who. It's just One Piece. I have to catch up on over 900 episodes. So
When are you going to do your 10-hour One Piece review?
I'm probably not going to do that.
Okay, you can give us a half hour.
If I were to do a review, it'd be in an article.
You can do us which we can start doing as soon as we get our website up.
Yeah.
Which we've been working on. So stay tuned for the Nerd Impact website. Be lots of cool articles there and links to everything else that we're doing. But Nick's changing the light setting on us. But yeah, Hayao Miyazaki had kind of a funny response to when he was asked what he thought about this movie surpassing his. He said, that sort of thing isn't worth worrying about. There's always inflation in the world. Right now, I have to pick up trash. Referring to himself as an old curmudgeon who picks up trash and semi-retired. Another point in the article, he said, I have to start going around and pick up trash. Or what are you doing while you're retired? And he said, I have to go around and pick up trash. And he just kept going back to the picking up trash thing. It's kind of funny. Yeah, but he's neat because he's a creator that's only really interested in creating his art. He doesn't really concern himself with what else is going on in the anime and cinema world. Like, he's not really into that stuff other than just creating his visions.
You know what? I feel like that should be the way. Like,
yeah, he's kind of the anti-Toriyama.
yeah, we're not going to get onto that subject because it's a sensitive subject. Because I love Dragon Ball.
I do too, but I just have certain feelings about Toriyama. But anyway, yeah, so I think that's all the news I got. We'll also be posting a video from a few topics that Disson's currently doing, wants to talk about, but couldn't be here. So, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook. Please share. Always share. Be giving of the Nerd Impact to other people.
And if you somehow end up with an extra PS5 and don't feel like charging $2,000 for it, send it our way.
Yeah, we'll pay retail. Plus, we'll pay it an extra $100.
Yes.
But no, that's not legal.
$2,000.
We can't say that on the video. That's not legal.
No.
We will take it as a gift, though. Yeah, but until next time, stay nerdy.